All right, guys. So the market's in a better place now, hopefully. I am recording some of these videos to play while I'm going to be on vacation for a little while, going to visit some family that's out of state. But of course, I had to cover Cub Finance and some of the new updates and talk about this project and why I think it's one of the tokens that we should all be getting into right now because it's at a low with a lot of good stuff coming out for the token. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but obviously, if you get into things at the right time and there's a good community behind them, there's a community that's going to keep building and devs that are going to keep working, then you know that the project has a chance to go ahead and recover and get headed into new areas and get more successful. So, the Cub Finance project, as you know, it came out and it started off as kind of a fork of the Goose token. From there, it decided that the Goose token model didn't really work, so it wanted to switch over to the auto farm model. The auto farm model has been shown to be a little bit more successful, and in general, you've had different AMMs that I've covered, like Adamant Finance, like Auto Shark, and Auto Shark and Pancake Bunny, who have been really somewhat successful when they haven't had to deal with the fact that they've been flash loan attacked and things like that. Now, some of those other platforms that I talk about, their kingdom model is that you go ahead and you pick out farms. With Pancake Bunny, they were kind of going, we're going to focus on the ones on Pancake Swap, and we're going to kind of focus on the more premium ones that have lower APYs but are really safe. You have Adamant Finance that's going out there and just being like, I'm going to add every single farm that there is on Polygon, and then you have those platforms typically taking a 30% fee to support the issuance of their token, and then to go ahead and give their token some value by distributing those fees to the users. Now, Cub Finance is taking a look at that and trying to make it so that it has a little bit more of an appeal, and their idea is that we're going to help you by picking the kind of farms that we think that you're going to want to be in, and then also offer you the farms that are kind of dangerous out there, but we're going to take a lower cut of the tokens so that you get a higher growth in your initial capital that you deploy. But at the same time, we're going to take those cuts and we're going to give some more value to the Cub token. So let's go ahead and look at the kingdoms, because there are some new kingdoms that are out, and we'll talk a little bit more about the cut and stuff that you'll see. So when you get over here to the site, you're going to see that they've changed the way that the kingdoms work, and they now have up to 5 different auto compounding farms that you can get into, or single asset staking ones. So the first one is their Cub token. So the Cub token, you can stake it here, and what you're going to be earning is 76% APY, and you can open these up to look at the APR and the breakdowns. Sorry about that. Where you're going to be getting a 57.02 APR on the token, and then you're going to be getting a 76% APY with the auto compounds, and then you're going to also be earning, and this is not factored in here yet because it is going to be going live soon, a 3% cut of fees paid to you as BNB. So this is a la the fee redistribution that some of the other platforms use, but it's not at such a high level. That is why when you look at the Pancakes cake staking APR, they are allowing you to earn 124% APY, with only 14% of that being in the Cub token. So you're actually earning 110% APY on your cake tokens. So if you're somebody who's like, you know what, I didn't have a good enough stack of cake tokens the last time cake went on a run, and I want to go ahead and get some and get them compounding and earning even more, well, Cub is a good place to do that, because you're going to be earning quite a bit more Pancake tokens than some of the other farms, but at the same time you're going to be earning some of the Cub tokens, and then if you stake those Cub tokens, you're going to be helping the overall environment, because the other percentage of the fees that they take, of the 7% management fee, is going right now 100% into buybacks and burns of Cub. So basically they have a 10% fee as opposed to a 30% fee like some of the other AMMs. They take 7% of that and they burn their own token, and they take another 3% of those fees, convert them to BNB, and distribute them to people who are in the Cub ecosystem. So that's the basic idea here. So let's go ahead and look at some of the other kingdoms that they currently have. They have a BNB BUSD token. they have an ETH BNB, and they have a DOT BNB. Now the DOT BNB, you'll see, is currently paying at over 106 APY. That's really because this one hasn't become that popular yet. There's not that much money staked into this pool. So the Cub APY is sitting up here at like 80%, and that's with Cub down here at kind of a low of 57 cents. If Cub goes back up to like $1 where it's floated around in the past, you're going to see this APY up around like 160%. So if you're a fan of DOT and BNB and you're willing to stake some liquidity over here, you can see this TVL is really low at only 80,000, whereas the Cake TVL is sitting here at why am I blind? Oh, it's right there, 463,000. And overall, these farms are smaller. They don't have as much money. Cub is still kind of a micro cap kind of site with only $2 million in their farms. They do have, if you look at their home, they have reached an overall TVL of over $8 million. So that's pretty exciting for the project. But their kingdoms still only have $2 million, and it is something that they're going to be working on growing. The other part of Cub Finance is their bridge, and their bridge is working right now, ERC20 to BEP20. One of the things they tried to do with their bridge that not a lot of other people have tried to do, and if we look at the Leo bridge here, is that they're trying to allow you to select multiple different tokens and get different tokens on the other end. So as you can see, you can put in a lot of different Ethereum tokens, and you can get even more different BNB tokens on the other side. The idea behind how they do this is they go ahead and trade the token you give them into their Ethereum wrapped Leo token. Then they're able to use some bridges that they have internally to move it back to a Hive token, move it to a BEP20 token, and then trade it for any other BEP token that is on the network. When their liquidity gets big enough, if the project is able to keep growing and building up their liquidity in their BEP20 pools, and they're going to be adding another one into the Polygon network, then you're going to be able to hopefully see these bridges go both ways and be able to do any token that is featured on the major liquidity pools of the networks. So that's something that they're hopefully going to be able to do. Now, one of the last things I wanted to talk about a little bit to show you why I believe in this project and why I do think that the Cub Finance project will continue to grow, continue to build, continue to add more kingdoms, continue to build up their liquidity, and just be a project that eventually becomes one of the bigger farms out there, is because it is backed by the Leo Finance Team. And when you look at the Leo Finance Team, this is built on top of the Hive blockchain. It's a blogging platform that is allowing people to earn rewards, and this is the built-in community that the Cub team has and that they are trying to direct into that site, because all of these people are sitting here and they're blogging about financial things and they're earning their rewards for blogging, and they're creating a community, and we're getting to know each other a little bit better. And at the same time, we're all going, well, what DeFi platform are we going to use? Well, we're going to go over here and we're going to use the Cub Finance one, as long as their platform continues to give us an opportunity to make money. And that's what it has allowed us to do, because they have had stablecoin farms, they have had really good token farms, and they have had a token that has gone on quite a journey when it comes to its value. One thing to note, if you are interested in taking a look at their Kingdoms platform, is they are adding one new bridge, one new kingdom coming soon. They're going to be doing a BNB BTC. So we're going to have Bitcoin BNB in there, and they're going to be using the bakery swap farm. So instead of using the pancake swap farm, they're going into the bakery swap farm. And that's basically because when they went and they looked at the one that they could go ahead and do auto compounding for, they thought that this 30% ROI farming cake, and the fact that the bakery swap overall site has been coming up with their NFT marketplace and their gamification and their eventual launch pad, that it made sense to go ahead and use this platform. So they are trying to target the farm that makes the most sense, and then they will eventually be getting into adding farms that are maybe a little bit more dangerous on those platforms they've already integrated with. So you can see eventually you might see them try to get into some of these farms that first come out, like soccer earning 130% ROI, or this one here with 122, and you might even see them go to these ones here like this Toku BNB for 237, as long as it's on a platform they've integrated with. So they've already integrated with PancakeSwap, they're integrating with Bake, and eventually they're going to be integrating with some other smaller farms to be able to offer us the opportunity to get into more dangerous things. But right now they're trying to build up a good stable amount of kingdoms that people can be using to just be making good solid returns. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the token price really quick, and you're going to see that we came down here before and we touched this 52 cents, 50 cents range, and we stayed in there for about 2 weeks, and that was kind of the bottom that was established. And then the first kingdom came out, and the token really shot up. And it really shot up, and it made it all the way back up here to almost $1. And then as the kingdoms have been out and they've been waiting for more kingdoms to be added, the token has kind of trended back down. It reached again all the way down here to about 54 cents, so a little bit higher than this one, and now it's starting to build maybe a bit of an uptrend here. Now, one of the things I've talked about in the past token is that when their bridge, and while building their bridge to the Polygon network to allow people to go from the Binance Smart Chain to Polygon, which is something a lot of people are interested in doing right now, they are going to be issuing a similar kingdom type farming site on the Polygon network. So we will be able to see if that farm can come out and kind of compete with Adamant Finance and the Polycat and some of the other auto farms that are going on over on Polygon. But hopefully they'll be able to get over there and be a little bit earlier. Now, one of the nice thing about this is that they do plan to support the Cub holders on the new platform and reward us either with an airdropped version of the Cub token over there, or maybe it's just that those farms will be used to go ahead and make some profit to go ahead and burn more Cub token. There's a lot of good reasons to maybe think that this could be a new little bottom and we could be turning around and going back up. Now, obviously, Bitcoin and what Bitcoin does over the next couple of weeks is going to depend a lot on what a lot of projects do. So that's the only reason why, I want to give you just a little bit of, be careful out there. Don't invest more than you can lose. Even though I think this is a good entry point for Cub, if Bitcoin drops another 10 or 20 or 30%, then we're probably going to go down and see new lows for the Cub token. It's just kind of the way the marketplace works that alts speed out a little bit more. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you. I hope you give Cub a look. It's a project that I think a lot of people overlook because it doesn't have the big flashy returns. But a lot of those big flashy returns has led us to some unfortunate situations where projects have rug pulled us, had exploits in them, have had other kind of problems, and it just hasn't been as good as I hoped when I've kind of ventured out. If I would have just stayed on Cub this whole time, I think I would overall have a decent amount more money, because while the returns have been a little smaller, they've been stable and they've been building, and they're not going to be somebody that's going to run off with our tokens. From what I know about them, they are a team that has really built up a good blogging site, a good DEX on the Hive blockchain, a good platform on the Binance Smart Chain. Their token has been in Uniswap for quite a while, and their bridge platform is out, and now they're going to be also building a platform over on the Polygon network here in the next couple weeks, hopefully. All right, guys, bye.